Them Spence fans are watching.
Fair DMs, innit? I'll still never forget that guy who made raw posts about me taking the YouTube clips and put on his page, and then you followed him.
Yeah. I shouted him out. I don't know if he ever knew that I knew you, fam. But we become like that. I said, yeah, fuck Abs, man. I swear I was abusing him. I got the best abuse from one guy. I still got to show you, fam, some American Donny. I don't know what I said. I was talking about Charlos, I think, and Eubanks. He said, don't ever talk about the Charlo brothers again, dickhead. No one cares about Eubanks, man. Oh shit, bro. Let me stay off this. I think he done what he had to do. He done what we knew he was gonna do. You know what I mean? He kept using his distance, using his range, took the Garcia's strengths away from him, and got a points decision. You know what I mean? He's alright. He done what he done, but for me, Crawford still punches him up.
Yeah, he even tweeted after the fight, "Oh, I don't like boxing. It's a bit too boring, isn't it?"
Who said that?
Spence. So you got to do what you got to do, innit? But
that's what I'm saying. Crawford's a killer, fam. You think he comes out with that mentality?
Because Crawford is known as the better boxer, but even when he's boxing, he's thinking, all right, I'm going to land a few here, then I'm going to take you out.
Yeah, come on. He loves being in there, man. He loves it. And then I feel like, obviously, we're talking about the Garcia fight, but I feel like that fight is irrelevant, innit? Realistically, all these fights are just to get to, we all know the fact, unless one of them slip up, the only fight that really matters for the pair of them is each other. So obviously it's only right that we're going to end up discussing that. And for me, man, Crawford kills him, man. He punches him up.
I think the interesting part of the fight was, obviously I don't take CompuBox too seriously, like punch stats, but power punches, exact the same. Garcia and Spence, exact same power punches.
So what are you taking from that? Because Garcia only throws power punches.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. So if a guy with a jab, it could be a different fight.
Yeah.
It could be a completely different fight. Literally, power punch is the same. Spence just overworked him with the jab.
Is he? Obviously, you know me. I don't really watch the fights. You know what I mean, I see a little snippet. I make my opinion. Is he one-paced, Spence?
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't really.
Because I've seen really highlights. I've seen highlights, and it's like once he gets in the rhythm, it's a very nice rhythm. He does what he has to do, but there's nothing. It's not that snap of like change of pace. All of a sudden, turn it on, go through the gears, or like. He just seems very one pace. He seems comfortable where he does. And Crawford, look at Crawford, man. He's a killer, man. At the moment, you never know what he's going to do. You see it in his eyes. I think the concentration on his eyes. Spence is a very good fighter. That fight only ends one way for me, man. That's a dead conversation. Garcia's dead. Just, you know what I mean? Just filling in the things till them two actually get on. Unless they get on, man, that's a waste of fucking...
And one thing that I need to post about this, actually, one pissed me off here. I was watching First Take, you know, when they hype up the fight, yeah? And then they'll ask him about Crawford. And he's like, you know what? I've got Dennis Garcia on the weekend. Like, after that fight, we can talk about other fights. Until then, I'm focused on Danny Garcia. We're selling a pay-per-view, so don't really be like, oh, I'm about to knock this guy out on the weekend. After that, I'll go fight Crawford or whatnot. So like, talk to me about it after the fight. Okay? It's after the fight now. They're asking about Crawford, and then man's still giving the same kind of answers. Like, just keep that energy. When you was the boogeyman, these guys are ducking me. We used to say about Furman, stop ducking me, son. Stop ducking me. Now it's your turn, where we always saw Spence as that guy who will fight everyone. He's going to call everyone out. He knows that, look, who's got the last spot? Pacquiao. If you don't get Pacquiao, you say you want to be undisputed.
Yeah, there's only one fight that matters.
Only one fight
and this is where it starts happening. Who's his promoter? PBC. Al Heyman. And it's, to be fair, you don't really talk. I don't hear him talk too much about Al Heyman, but you always see these men start looking at their promoters. Yeah. When there's that one fight, like you said, when you're the boogeyman, no one wants you. You got all the noise. You got all the noise. But when it needs to be said, and there's when you could actually make a statement, go to your promoter, go to your manager, say this is the only fight I want. I'll even take this much, even if they're talking about 50-50, 60-40, all the splits. It's petty. I understand it's boxing, but it's the business. Is what they got to do, man. But if you want to fight someone, you're gonna make the fight happen.
Piggybacking on that, Crawford has in his contract by the end of this year, Bob Arum has to send a contract to Spence, otherwise he's a free agent.
Yeah,
that's the kind of energy you need from a fighter to tell your promoter, you have to send an offer.
Okay, so you're defending. You're saying basically Crawford's there showing.
Literally, in my contract, I want you to get a contract from my team saying we are gonna fight, innit?
And you know that's some dead contract, because all he has to do is send a half-hearted contract that not even them man ain't gonna accept.
But I think if he does that, I don't know. It's just a bit, you know what I mean, innit? But regardless, Crawford's contract ends next year, whether he sends that thing or not. It's not looking likely that they're going to keep working together.
Yeah. That's the best thing we've seen in this whole situation. I think that it's looking likely them to have fallen out. They obviously ain't got the best relationship outside of business anyway. And at the moment, it looks like the business relationship ain't working. So hopefully Crawford just nips that in the bud. let Eddie Earn or whoever is gonna come in and put the money down and make the fights happen.
I think even if he goes over to PBC, I reckon once Al Heyman has Crawford or whatever situation they do, then he'll be willing to say, yeah, let's have this fight next. But I still think even if Crawford crosses the side to the street, Spence won't call him out.
But I'm said Crawford punches him up, man.
Yeah.
Different ball game, bro. Like you said, man, I went home and tweeted, I don't really like boxing that much. It's different, man. That's a different mentality, man. I like Spence. He's good at what he does. For me, he's above the rest in that welterweight division. But Crawford's elite standout in any generation. You know what I mean? Any.
Are you ready for all the abuse on social media?
From who?
From everyone to he's saying, punch up Spence. Spence got fans, you know.
I know, fuck Spence fans, man. Fuck him, bro. You know what I mean? Not like that. He's a good fighter. I'm giving him credit. Credit where he's due. He's, like I said, he's above everyone else. He's above everyone else in that division. But in terms of pound for pound, me watching them individually as fighters, Crawford has got so much more. There's
no comparison.
Crawford has got so much more in the locker. And like I said, the eyes. Watch the eyes of a fighter. The focus. You know what I'm saying? For 3 minutes of every round, he's so switched on. He's coiled up. He can do anything at any moment. He might just touch a jab, but you know something's going to explode after that. And it's like, they're the sort of people you got to be on your A game for 3 minutes of every round against. And even that ain't going to be enough. You got to have something special about it.
For everyone on social media, everyone watching on YouTube, Spotify, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a review. It keeps our podcast growing and we can keep making good content for you.
Don't put my tag in it just in case them Spence fans are watching.
Fair DMs, innit? I'll still never forget that guy who made raw posts about me taking the YouTube clips and put on his page, and then you followed him. I
shouted him out. I don't know if you ever knew that I knew you, fam. But we become like that.